guys, welcome to our first Flex Friday. This is time for you to catch up on things, to redo assignments, and to do something fun. So if you have any NTIs, that should be your priority number one for any class. Okay, you're not doing any new work on Fridays, so check your grades, find out what NTIs you have, and work on those. If you need to ask questions or you want to just say hi, I will be doing a Zoom at 3 p.m. on Friday. I also will show you your 6A quiz, little most missed questions in a minute, and then if you want to redo that one, you can redo that one. It will be available on Friday. And then the other thing we have is I'm going to show you a food chain craft if you want to get crafty and you're bored and you want to do something. And then there will be some virtual field trips posted on eClass as well. All right, so let me show you what you can redo if you need to. So over here on your Google Classroom, starting on Tuesday, March 24th, this is when we started learning about symbiosis. On Tuesday, March 24th, there was some practice quiz on symbiosis. On the 25th and 26th, there were some National Geographic videos and an assignment to help you learn about the interactions. And then on this Friday, when you clicked on this Friday, there was a quiz, looked like this. Okay, there was one more video, and then there was a quiz, 6A quiz. All right, so that was DLD March 27th. So on that quiz, it looked like this. The most missed questions, the mistakes that we had, I want to go over before you redo. Question number 7, so let's get down to question number 7. There is a picture of Kodiak Island, Alaska. Now, you can't rely just on the picture. You actually have to read what it says. It says this rainforest is a large area with similar climate and organisms. That is the definition of biome. A large area with similar climate and organisms is the definition of biome. Okay, so you should have picked biome for that one. And then question 10, the jeweled wasp question. So this is a jeweled wasp is an interesting creature. It stings a cockroach, paralyzes it, lays its egg inside the cockroach. It doesn't kill the cockroach at this point. Eventually the cockroach will die, but the eggs develop and they take their nutrients from the cockroach. That is classic parasitism. Okay, it's not hunting and killing the cockroach. Okay, it's taking food and nutrients away from it, weakening it, and using it for its benefit. So the wasp is benefited and the cockroach is harmed. So that's parasitism. And then question 14, this one we got wrong on our practice quiz and we got wrong on another quiz. If you're talking about a group of organisms that are the same type of organism but not the same species. So if I say birds, that is not all the same bird. Okay, those could be cardinals and blue jays and robins and brown thrashers. Those are all different birds. So that would be community level because they're different living things. If I changed this word birds and I said all of the brown thrashers, which is Georgia's state bird, in your backyard, that would be a population because they're a specific species. A lot of you got this wrong on your diagram as well. So you got to remember a population is the same species, and if there's two different species of something, we have to jump to community level because community level is all the living things. Okay, so even if it's just birds, they're all different birds, those are all living, and we go to community. If I said the birds and the rocks and the soil, then we would be at ecosystem. Okay, if I said one blue jay, we would be at organism. So those are the 3 most missed questions. So I will be putting up a link to a re-quiz. It'll be similar. So before you take the re-quiz, make sure you have gone back. You can go back over to your Google Classroom and you can do something from the 24th, 25th, 26th. You can even go back to your research that you did on the 20th. That should help you as well. All right, and then if you're feeling crafty and you want to do a craft, we've got a food chain collage here. So we've got a tree and then an animal that ate the tree, an animal ate that animal, and an animal that ate that animal. So here's an example of what you can do. So you've got, and I'll put a link to this on eClass, you've got your polar bear, you give him some background, and you just fold the paper in half and just draw half the polar bear, and cut him out, and then he'll be symmetrical. And then you pick something that looks like maybe a seal or a walrus that the polar bear ate, and then a fish that the walrus ate. I don't really think a frog would be in there, but maybe research your food chain before you do this. And then there should have been a plant inside the frog. And you glue the little ones down, next ones, just like that. And you glue them down and you have some really cool artwork. Okay, so these are some student artwork from this art teacher I found online. That one looks really cute. I love the acorn inside there. Here's some other ones. That looks like some algae, a fish. This is a better, I don't think the art teacher knows that much about science. Algae, fish, seal, polar bear. Very cool. There's a bunny with some grass, and then there's probably a wolf or something eating it. We got a bigger bird, a smaller bird. I don't know what that is, but there's some ideas for you if you want to do some crafts. Okay, and then I will have a link for virtual field trips, and I will have a link for our Zoom. All right, hope you have fun on this first Flex Friday.